Welcome to Motive Mystery, where the wisdom of the ages meets the challenges of today. In this video, we delve into the life and works of Fyodor Dostoevsky, one of the most profound and influential writers in world literature. Dostoevsky's novels are celebrated for their deep psychological insight and exploration of the human condition. His characters often grapple with complex moral and existential dilemmas, reflecting Dostoevsky's own interests in philosophy, psychology, and theology. Born in Moscow in 1821, Dostoevsky's early life was marked by hardship and tragedy, which profoundly influenced his writing. His works, including masterpieces like Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, and Notes from Underground, delve into themes of poverty, crime, and the moral struggles of humanity. A visionary in every sense, Dostoevsky's narratives challenge readers to explore the depths of human psyche. His influence extends far beyond literature, impacting the fields of psychology, philosophy, and even modern existential thought. Join us as we explore 30 of Dostoevsky's most compelling quotes, each shining a light on different facets of human life and offering timeless wisdom that continues to resonate in today's world. Above all, don't lie to yourself. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own lie comes to a point that he cannot distinguish the truth within him or around him, and so loses all respect for himself and for others. And having no respect, he ceases to love. This profound insight by Fyodor Dostoevsky highlights the perils of self-deception and the importance of honesty to oneself. The essence of this quote lies in the belief that truth and integrity are fundamental to our identity and relationships. In our contemporary world, this quote serves as a reminder to uphold truth and authenticity in ourselves and in our interactions with others. Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. The really great men must, I think, have great sadness on earth. Dostoevsky, known for his exploration of human psychology, believed that depth of understanding brings its own burdens. This quote reflects on the paradox that profound intelligence and empathy often lead to a heightened awareness of life's sorrows. Today, it reminds us that wisdom and empathy may come with emotional costs, yet they are essential for true understanding and compassion. To go wrong in one's own way is better than to go right in someone else's. This statement by Dostoevsky emphasizes the importance of individuality and personal integrity. It suggests that true authenticity lies in following one's own path, even if it leads to mistakes. In our modern context, this quote inspires us to value our unique perspectives and choices, even when they deviate from societal norms or expectations. What is hell? I maintain that it is the suffering of being unable to love. Dostoevsky, in his profound exploration of human emotions, defines hell as the torment of being incapable of love. This quote emphasizes that the greatest suffering is found in emotional isolation and the inability to connect with others. Today, it highlights the importance of love and empathy in our lives, underscoring the deep human need for connection and understanding. I say let the world go to hell, but I should always have my tea. This statement by Dostoevsky reflects a dark humor, symbolizing the idea of finding solace in simple pleasures amidst chaos. It signifies the importance of maintaining personal rituals and small joys, even in the face of a tumultuous world. In today's context, it inspires us to find our own forms of comfort and stability, regardless of external circumstances. Man only likes to count his troubles. He doesn't calculate his happiness. Dostoevsky highlights a common human tendency to focus more on negative aspects than positive ones. This quote underscores our inclination to overlook the joys and positives in our lives, focusing instead on our difficulties. In modern society, it serves as a reminder to consciously acknowledge and cherish the happiness and blessings we experience. I love mankind, he said, but I find to my amazement that the more I love mankind as a whole, the less I love man in particular. This quote from Dostoevsky reflects the paradox of human emotions, where broad affection for humanity doesn't always translate to individual relationships. It highlights the complexity of loving humanity in the abstract versus loving individuals with their flaws. Today, it reminds us to balance our broad idealistic love for humanity with practical, compassionate relationships with individuals. The soul is healed by being with children. Dostoevsky captures the healing and rejuvenating effect that children can have on one's spirit. This quote emphasizes the innocence and purity of children, which can bring peace and healing to the adult mind. In our modern, hectic world, it serves as a reminder of the therapeutic value of spending time with children and embracing their simplistic view of life. We sometimes encounter people, even perfect strangers, who begin to interest us at first sight, somehow suddenly, all at once, before a word has been spoken. Dostoevsky explores the mysterious and instantaneous connections we can feel with others, even strangers. This quote reflects the inexplicable draw and intrigue that certain individuals can have upon first meeting. It highlights how human connections often transcend verbal communication, rooted in an intuitive understanding and unspoken affinity. It takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. This quote by Dostoevsky highlights the difference between possessing intelligence and using it wisely. It suggests that wisdom, discernment, and emotional intelligence are crucial for truly intelligent actions. In today's complex world, it reminds us that intelligence is not just about knowledge, but also about applying it effectively in real-life situations. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Dostoevsky delves into the purpose and meaning of life beyond mere survival. This quote emphasizes the importance of having a passion or purpose that gives life meaning and direction. It encourages us to seek and cherish our own unique reasons for living in a world that often focuses on material success. People speak sometimes about the bestial cruelty of man, but that is terribly unjust and offensive to beasts. No animal could ever be so cruel as a man, so artfully, so artistically cruel. Dostoevsky criticizes the notion that cruelty is a bestial trait, highlighting the unique capacity for cruelty in humans. This quote challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of humanity and the darker aspects of our nature. It serves as a sobering reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the need for compassion and empathy. But how could you live and have no story to tell? Dostoevsky reflects on the human experience, suggesting that life inherently involves stories and experiences. This quote emphasizes the richness of life through the stories we live and tell. It inspires us to embrace our experiences, knowing that they form the unique narrative of our lives. Talking nonsense is the sole privilege mankind possesses over the other organisms. It's by talking nonsense that one gets to the truth. I talk nonsense, therefore I'm human. Dostoevsky humorously highlights the unique ability of humans to engage in abstract and seemingly irrational thought. This quote celebrates the human capacity for creativity and philosophical musing. It encourages us to value our ability to think beyond the literal, exploring deeper truths and ideas. Taking a new step, uttering a new word, is what people fear most. Dostoevsky addresses the common fear of change and the unknown. This quote underlines the human tendency to resist change, despite its potential for growth. It challenges us to confront our fears and embrace the new, recognizing that growth often requires stepping into unfamiliar territory. The world says, "You have needs, satisfy them. You have as much right as the rich and the mighty. Don't hesitate to satisfy your needs. Indeed, expand your needs and demand more." This is the worldly doctrine of today, and they believe that this is freedom. The result for the rich is isolation and suicide, for the poor, envy and murder. Dostoevsky critiques the materialistic values of society and the illusion of freedom it presents. This quote reflects on the destructive consequences of unbridled materialism and greed. It calls us to question the true nature of freedom and the ethical implications of our desires. Much unhappiness has come into the world because of bewilderment and things left unsaid. Dostoevsky highlights the emotional turmoil and misunderstandings that arise from a lack of communication. This quote emphasizes the importance of clear and open communication to prevent misunderstandings and unhappiness. It encourages us to express our thoughts and feelings openly to build understanding and harmony. To love someone means to see them as God intended them. Dostoevsky conveys a spiritual perspective on love, emphasizing its depth and purity. This quote suggests that true love involves seeing and accepting someone in their entirety. It inspires us to embrace a higher form of love that transcends superficial appearances and judgments. Nothing in this world is harder than speaking the truth, nothing easier than flattery. Dostoevsky acknowledges the challenge of honesty in a world where deceit can be more convenient. This quote underscores the moral courage required to speak the truth. It encourages integrity and authenticity in our interactions with others. I can see the sun, but even if I cannot see the sun, I know that it exists. And to know that the sun is there, that is living. Dostoevsky reflects on the importance of faith and certainty beyond sensory perception. This quote highlights belief in the unseen as a fundamental aspect of human experience. It implies that having faith and hope is vital to truly living. Man is a mystery. It needs to be unraveled, and if you spend your whole life unraveling it, don't say that you've wasted time. I am studying that mystery because I want to be a human being. Dostoevsky explores the complexity of human nature and the lifelong journey of understanding oneself. This quote emphasizes the value of self-exploration and personal growth. It suggests that seeking to understand the human condition is a noble and worthwhile endeavor. Right or wrong, it's very pleasant to break something from time to time. Dostoevsky touches upon the human tendency to find pleasure in destruction or chaos. This quote reflects the cathartic release sometimes found in breaking free from norms. It highlights the complex nature of human satisfaction and the allure of rebellion. The awful thing is that beauty is mysterious as well as terrible. God and the devil are fighting there, and the battlefield is the heart of man. Dostoevsky presents beauty as a dual force of allure and dread. This quote delves into the idea that beauty encompasses both divine and dark aspects. It suggests that the human heart is the arena for this eternal struggle between good and evil. Man is sometimes extraordinarily, passionately in love with suffering. Dostoevsky explores the paradoxical relationship humans have with suffering. This quote examines the idea that humans can develop a deep, almost romantic attachment to their own pain. It highlights the complex psychological nature of suffering and the human inclination towards it. Beauty will save the world. Dostoevsky believed in the transcendent power of beauty to overcome despair and conflict. This quote suggests that amidst chaos, it's the appreciation of beauty that redeems humanity. It reflects a hope that beauty, in all its forms, can lead to a more harmonious world. If you wish to glimpse inside a human soul and get to know a man, don't bother analyzing his ways of being silent, of talking, of weeping, of seeing how much he is moved by noble ideas. You will get better results if you just watch him laugh. If he laughs well, he's a good man. Dostoevsky emphasizes the sincerity found in laughter as a reflection of one's true character. This quote proposes that laughter, more than other expressions, reveals the essence of a person. It suggests that a person's goodness can be seen in their ability to laugh genuinely. It is not the brains that matter most, but that which guides them, the character, the heart, generous qualities, progressive ideas. Dostoevsky places value on the moral and ethical aspects guiding intelligence. This quote highlights the importance of character and values over mere intellect. It asserts that true wisdom and progress come from the heart and one's moral compass. You can be sincere and still be stupid. Dostoevsky acknowledges that sincerity doesn't always equate to wisdom or right action. This quote cautions against mistaking earnestness for intelligence. It suggests that even well-intentioned actions can be misguided without proper understanding. Don't let us forget that the causes of human actions are usually immeasurably more complex and varied than our subsequent explanations of them. Dostoevsky points out the complexity behind human motivations. This quote emphasizes the depth and intricacy of human behavior. It reminds us that simple explanations often fail to capture the true essence of human actions. I think the devil doesn't exist, but man has created him. He has created him in his own image and likeness. Dostoevsky explores the concept of evil as a human creation. This quote challenges the notion of external evil, suggesting it's a reflection of humanity itself. It implies that the concept of the devil is a projection of human flaws and fears. Appreciation for joining our journey.